Okay.
Alright. If y'all don't mind, since my computer fuck up, if y'all don't mind checking out the stream so I can mess with the audio and stuff all over again.
What is the, can you drop the, or is it the same?
The same Twitch.
I'm silly. I just don't watch stream stuff very much. Oh no, yeah, never. I was just thinking of the campaign link.
Oh.
I already, yeah.
I lost my desktop fidget toy and I don't know where it is.
Oh, I gotta go grab my dice.
Oh, y'all?
I'm out. Metal dice. Yeah.
Let me know when y'all are on the stream so I can adjust this stuff.
Good. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can hear myself.
Test.
Oh. That was pretty. There's like barely any delay too.
Cool. What about the desktop audio? How's that sound?
Yeah, it's good. It's loud enough.
Sweet.
Not too loud. I'm gonna mute it now.
Music is too loud? Alright.
That's down.
I just like loud music.
Well, people gotta be able to hear everything too, so.
I mean, I could still hear talking.
That's good? Okay. Abby, are you checking out the stream too, so you can see the cool new stuff?
Yeah, I just saw the picture. Hello, just cooking.
Yes, sir. We also got here the splash screen. See if it works. Yes, sir. That's the full cam link there, yeah.
Behold, there's the cam. I see you at McDonald's.
McDonald's.
I'm just kidding. Refueling.
This is our BRB screen.
Where's the stream link?
That's my same Twitch channel. So if you're followed, you should just be able to go to Twitch and see it there.
This.
Well then, welcome. Kari, you probably have no idea what's going on. This isn't, oh, gotta follow. Nice. So my usual, we're kind of just hiatusing the old Estreva. We're starting something new today. Which you might actually want to watch because, this is set in Agaltea as well here. Kari's playing in the Agile game on Fridays. This one here, we're playing in the Razor Sea, getting some Mad Max vibes. So, I guess first things first, I will go over the sources that we're using for this particular game. Pop over here. Yeah. Can you see that? It looks a little weird on my Streamlabs. I don't know if y'all can read that. If I zoom in. Yeah.
With me glasses, I can read it.
So here's for the sources, this is what we're using here. As for partnered content, we're only using a couple, so make sure to disable all partnered content. We're going to be using Drakenheim here, Grim Hollow, and the Griffin Saddlebag. Just these three.
I need to disable some of those. So disable 2014 and Legacy Non-Core.
Yeah.
And then, oh my gosh, I had all partner content. So no partner content? Or wait.
Just these three.
Dragonheim, Grim Hollow, and the Griffin Saddlebag.
Yeah. Which there shouldn't be any Drakenheim like classes or anything that you guys would see. But there are potential magic items and stuff that may be going in.
Rick and Morty?
Yeah, that one came out a long time ago.
Okay.
So that's that. And
Wait, can you scroll
oh,
down again? Was there something else below the partner content?
no, it's just these. All this should be.
Oh, that's just
It should be autoed.
same.
What's going on
Okay.
already?
Okay. Aye, Captain.
So now we will jump on over. This here is an optional rule that I'm using for this particular world. It's called Grievous Wounds. It's optional, so if you guys do not want to play with this, we don't have to. So with Grievous Wounds, pretty much like once per rest, you can, and if you get knocked down to 0 hit points, instead of being knocked unconscious, you can put yourself at 1 hit point, and then you'll roll, and depending on what you roll, you'll get some stuff going on. There's permanent injuries here, and there's also other stuff. They usually need to be cured with medicine checks and whatnot, healer's kit, things like that. So yeah, this is an optional rule. Would you guys be interested in playing with these?
In that last campaign we were playing, I don't think anybody ever once went down.
Yeah, that's because it was your first campaign. Now you're in it for realsies, bro.
I was about to ask you, do you think that this will benefit us?
I'm telling you right now, in my very first session I ran in this world, 2 of my players went down, so... Plus, we're also at level 1, too, which level 1 is significantly more deadly than... Level 1 and 2 are pretty deadly levels. It gets a little less once you get to level 3 and stuff, but we will be cranking up the volume, as it were, on deadliness. Gotta live the full desert punk Mad Max life, man. It's crazy out here.
I did do a bunch of optional rules too in the Google Docie. So
we'll get into that later.
We're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, there's like that shimmering light and stuff.
I'm fine with this. If you're asking,
Yeah,
I like
I think-
me some more RP
Okay.
options.
adds a little more chaos.
All right. Well, we got majority 4. Now we will move on over to the actual world here. This is the world of Agaltea for the stream. This world here is kind of I've told everybody else this, but this world here is kind of like my love letter to both Dragon Age and cosmic horror. We got all kinds of crazy stuff going on in here. The gods, there aren't really gods per se. They're known as the Ascendants. They're imagine the Tevinter archmages that found the Maker's City and got turned into Darkspawn. That's what these guys are. If you decide to be a character that follows one of these, you have 2 forms of worship that you can take. There's the Orthodoxy and the Heresy. The Orthodoxy is more your not necessarily good, but your more approved worship of things. The Heresy is your more darker aspect of the Ascendants. The world itself is pretty fucked up. There's a bunch of regions. Each one has a different type of horror tied to it, which we'll discover that as we play. But the main core thing of the world here is Roburium and Argentum, the 2 major resources of the world here. Roburium, also known as Ironwood, acts as the sort of the natural grounding force to the more corrupting aspects of Argentum, which Argentum is essentially lyrium from Dragon Age, but it is the blood of the star, the Argent Star, also known as the Starseed, which is the sort of source of everything wrong in the world, pretty much. Argentum mined all over the place. Where we are going to begin this campaign is the hanging city of Fracture in the Glass Wastes. It is pretty much point A of the deepest Argentum mines. It is literally built over it's called the Starred Scar. The Scarred Star? I can't remember it's one of those. But this is essentially where the star crashed into the world and sunk into the core. Obviously, like a gold rush town, people built it up here, which I'll get into describing the town in a little bit later on. But pretty much the major things here: Roburium, Argentum. All magic requires Argentum. Requires Argentum, or you can use Roburium infused with Argentum. Using pure Argentum runs the risk of corrupting yourself. If you use Roburium, though, which most spell focuses are going to be Roburium and Argentum. So that's that. Here's a couple of things here. Argentum weapons, they're like silvered weapons in official D&D. They count as magical for overcoming resistance. You got Roburium armor, which allows for druids to get around the which they don't really have that rule anymore, but I think it should still exist. Druids wearing metal stuff. If they get armor made out of Roburium, though, it gets around it. It does cost a little extra, though. And then we get to the big things here. As I was describing, we have filtering magic through a Ruburium focus allows you to cast spells without the risk of Shimmer Corruption. Alternatively, though, there's a couple of rules around this if you guys want to lean into them. As you can see here, we have the Shimmer Burn over here. When you roll a natural 1 on a save, on a spell attack, or an enemy rolls a natural 20 on a save against your spells, your Ruburium focus would fail, causing you to take a little bit of damage from the backlash, and then you would get a little stage of Shimmer Corruption up in there. Hello, first time chatter. Welcome. We are doing session 0 of new D&D game that we're going to be starting every Mondays around 6 or 7 p.m. PST here. So yeah, this optional rule here for you guys, another optional rule. Is this something that you would all be interested in?
You know, I'm playing a Biomancer, so. Kind of irrelevant to me.
It doesn't really matter for me either. I feel like being a barbarian.
Does
I
it
think
apply to the
there's-
NPCs?
I think it'll be a fun mechanic.
Yeah.
I think let's throw it in there. Yeah.
All right. Love it. Now we have a good major thing here. For the currency, we've got your standard copper, silver, and gold. However, the value of gold and silver are reversed in this world. So you can keep track of that on your sheets as just still keeping track of it as gold. Just got to remember that it's actually silver and not gold, which I get tripped up on it too. My own rules. So sometimes I keep referring to things for a little while. But it's still standard conversion 10-10-10. And then we've got the official names here: bits, crowns, and argents as well.
Wait, so on my class it says that I start with 10 gold. Is that supposed to be gold or is that supposed to be silver?
So that would be your starting gold would still be considered. It would be considered silver. Yeah.
Okay. Even though it says that in the same worksheet you're looking at. That's from my background, not from my class.
Then we have this one, not really an optional mechanic. It is just a mechanic of the world. We've got silver casting, so you can pay to win. You can burn chips, also known as using your argentum silver pieces to upcast your spells, basically. So with this, you would consume 5 gold pieces, and this will allow you to so it's 5 baseline per the level of spell that you're casting, and then that will allow you to upcast, basically. So for example, if you do 3rd level fireball, you can spend 15 gold or silver, and that would allow you to cast it at 4th level, which this is all, as with all of my homebrew stuff, it's all work in progress, so values may change over time, obviously. Silver casting, does also run the risk of gaining corruption, which corruption itself is also not an optional rule. That is just a thing that will happen here. So similar to the backlash of casting your spells when you do use silver casting, if you roll a natural 1 or the enemy rolls a natural 20 on their save, you're going to take force damage, and then you'll be forced to make a constitution save. If you fail that save, then you'll gain a level of corruption, which the levels of corruption are down here. They go up to 5. Once you get to 5, you become a shimmer spawn. Loss of character. So, does run risk, but you can do things more powerful.
Alright, I'm gonna push to level 4. I want to hear the song of the starseed constantly. My character just starts singing all the time. Man.
So here, this is all the levels of the corruption. Level 1, not really any like big mechanical things. It's mostly cosmetic. Level 2 is when things start. There is some upside and some downside. At level 2 corruption, you gain vulnerability to force and lightning damage, which is pretty common damage types in things dealing with Argentum. Thunder is in there as well, but yeah, and then you can pretty much detect Argentum at like a detect magic spell. Level 3 gives you disadvantage of constitution saves, and then that is when you get your shimmer mutation, your first shimmer mutation, which the table's not actually posted here because you guys don't get to see what they are. That's for me and for me to do things. Level 4 is a whenever you take damage, you got to make a wisdom save, and if you failed to save, you're pretty much under the effect of the confusion spell, which is not very fun to do. And this all stacks too, so you would, every time you take damage, you would make the wisdom save. You still suffer the disadvantage on con saves, and you also still have the vulnerability to force and lightning damage. And then once level 5, you become a shimmer spawn, which is essentially dark spawn. No longer no thoughts your own anymore. There are ways to cure it. The most common would be Ruburium tea, usually imported from Augil. There's magical means. You need greater restoration. Lesser restoration does not do it. Alternatively, you can seek out the druidic enclaves of Augil. If you do that, then some other things happen. It's a very agonizing process, which if that ever comes up, we'll get to it.
Ooh.
So
That sounds like fun.
yeah. Any questions about that so far?
No?
Good here.
I get it.
All right. And obviously you guys have the document too, so you can refresh your memory when the time comes. Now here we have another optional rule. This is about this is all the days and timekeeping and whatnot. This is kind of a meta mechanic, but it's to kind of get you, the players, more engaged. If you guys want to use this rule, you would designate one person as the Watcher of the Eye, which the eye is the moon. If you decide to do that, it would be your responsibility to track the date and the moon phase. At the start of every long rest or any travel montage, you would announce whatever it is to the table, and should you successfully do that, you will be awarded inspiration.
Okay, wait, hang on. I missed just a tad bit there. You're gonna tell us season?
Well, yeah. So if you guys do decide to do this, then I will tell you when we're going to be starting, and then you start tracking it from that. And then if you successfully manage to do so, then you will be rewarded with inspiration for the session. The next session.
Oh, tracking the date, basically. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Well, do we feel confident? I mean, honestly, yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
I feel confident doing that as a player. Do I think my character would be able to do that? No.
All right. Well, sounds like you guys want to do it, so you can discuss amongst yourselves who you want to be the watcher of your party.
Oh boy.
As long as I don't have to roll an intelligence check.
Why do I feel like it's gonna be me?
Would it be an intelligence check or would it be a wisdom check?
Wisdom or intelligence. You could do both.
Definitely not me.
I can do it.
So, a couple last things here. You're not adventurers, you're vagabonds. It is a title fitting with Vatris, the Grey Pilgrim, who is the sort of old deity, the lost deity of the universe, basically. He's not very worshipped. He will occasionally come across a shrine or something that he does follow. But yeah, not adventurers, you're vagabonds. All the rest of this stuff here is all of the mechanical options and whatnot. The monster, the Order of the Argent Blood, this is the Monster Hunter class, which is in that Grim Hollow book. I've got specific lore based around that and matching what exists for that class already. Their archetypes are called guilds, and I specifically tied in to specific regions and all that stuff here. Not really relevant if you're not playing one. But then we've got here the Path of the Feral Pack for barbarians. This ties you to the nation of Augil. If you do decide to do this, I know Erebus, you were thinking about doing that, and specifically you're doing a Goliath as well. Was your thought process?
Yep.
So you will want to put a lot of thought into your backstory about this, because not only you would need to have a reason why you're dwelling in the desert and not your home nation, but also Goliaths are pretty discriminated against in the nation of Augil, as the nation is constantly being attacked by the Cur. So you'll have to think about how you manage to overcome that stuff and actually make your way into the legions of the hounds in order to actually be taught the discipline. The Argent Talon here, this is a reflavored version of the Steelhawk, which is in the Griffin Saddlebag. It's a fighter archetype. This is essentially a Dragoon for any Final Fantasyers out there. We got the Falconer Rogue, again tied to Augil. This is a rogue that gets an animal companion in the form of the Sidero Shrikes, which are the birds of prey that are local to the nation of Augil. We got the Hedge Mage over here. Magic is pretty frowned upon in Augil, so this is essentially what a wizard from the nation of Augil would look like. And then you've got a couple star-related archetypes here. These usually revolve around gravity manipulation, thunder, lightning damage. You've got a sorceress bloodline here, and a warlock pact, which if somebody decides to do that, and that could be pretty interesting. We'll have to do a little thinking on that. And then we have the new class implemented specifically for this campaign, the Biomancers of the Ossian Reach, which Mouse, you said you're for sure Genasi Biomancers. What you're leaning on for your character?
Yes.
All right. This is pretty fun little class. You've got all kinds of crazy mutations and magic and things like that going on over here. Got the spell list, and then we have the backgrounds here as well. Most of these backgrounds have original feats, origin feats specifically, that are for the campaign. So you can check those out. They usually deal with well, I've got them all organized over here. Some of them are, you've got martial ones, you've got magic ones, you've got ones for just like generic ones as well. And since these are origin feats, they're also still just pickable whenever you guys get a normal feat. And then we've got a couple of general feats here as well, also broken up by specific categories as well. Do you have any questions about any of this stuff?
At the moment, no.
All right. Then we shall move on to our setting. So we are playing in the Razor Sea.
Oh, hold on. Hold the phone.
Yeah.
Stop. Go back. How about the I noticed the Let me see. Oh, maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm not thinking right. Because we might have talked about it already. I didn't skim through the classes. Oh, those are our DMs. Hold on.
The Machina?
Yeah, the Machina. That's a new class too, isn't it?
Yes, that one isn't in here because I've got that for another setting. If that is something that you want to pursue, then let me know, and I will have to do a little, which it will fit right into our setting of the Razor Sea here. So it won't be too hard to implement. I'll just have to change up like some of the descriptions and stuff that are written in the class.
You got it.
That's something that you want to pursue, though.
I'm looking at it.
If you do, I will. Which I think I shared it in the DMs. That Hero's Diary website that I shared, that allows you to fill in fully custom everything. You'll have to do it all manually, but it works like D&D Beyond, where you can, where it will do like all the math for you and stuff.
Excellent. I can do the inputting stuff easy enough.
All right. So, as I mentioned, the continent is called the Razor Sea, but the grand landmass is known as the Glass Wastes. That's the two names here. It is located between the Orthaean hegemony and the Kingdom of Agiel. It is pretty much dead center in the middle of the continent, which I don't have a full world map of like everything. And I do still have to work on the regional map for the Razor Sea, which you guys can expect to see in a little while. yeah, as I mentioned, this desert. It is a desert, but rather than sand, it's glass. For starting equipment, everybody will start with the reinforced Rubarium Soul boots here, as it mentions, and hush kits as well. Part of the horror of the desert is the constant scream of the Argent Star. There isn't wind here. It is literally just the dying screams of the eldritch entity that is buried in the core of the planet. If you don't have your hush kit enabled, when a scream storm kicks up, there will be consequences. The Starred Scar is, as I mentioned, this is where y'all will be starting. This is where the city of Fracture, the Hanging City, is built upon. This is where you guys will be starting. As you can see here, Fracture itself, it has its name for a reason. It is literally hanging from bunches of Rubarium reinforced Argentum chains. You've got lots of like scrap, not necessarily train cars, but envision a train car. You've got lots of those things dangling around all over the place. You've got a couple of hangars lined through the city as well, where people's skiffs are maintained, things like that. The winch yards is the core of the city, pretty much, which is pretty much everything above a certain level down into the crevice, because once you get down there, that's when things start getting a little dicey. As I mentioned, this is a gold rush town. Lots of people mining up Argentum and stuff like that. It is also pretty much ran by chain gangs, as they're known. They're pretty much your typical sort of ganger criminal element, but they've got a pretty tight grip on the city itself as well. You will be starting having taken a job from an individual. Let's see, did I? Oh, I think I forgot to post his reference in here. Hang on one moment. So yeah, you've all been hired by an individual known as Thalor Ironlung Stone. He's a Dwarven scholar. You don't know much about what your job is, just that you've been hired to as a bit of extra muscle to help him bring something that he excavated from the Starred Scar to his private ship so that he can get it to where he wants it for whatever it is. Which leads us into another little fun bit of this campaign. Pull up this document over here. Vehicles! Yes, there will be lots of vehicles. As I mentioned, we are going full Mad Max here. You all will eventually end up with, you can purchase vehicles and whatnot, of course. But, yeah, so you've got a few different types of vehicles. You've got big ones, you've got small ones, you've got private ones. They're usually referred to as skiffs in the nation. When we do get into vehicle-ness, I've got specific rules for that over here. Most ships will have a sort of damage threshold, which means they'll need to take X amount of damage before reaching or before taking any actual damage, and they'll have their own hit points and everything too. You've also got two different ways of navigation. You've got sail mode and burn mode. Sail mode is pretty much your just normal sort of coasting mode. It is also silent, which, as I mentioned, silence is a big thing. There's plenty of wildlife that will very happily eat very loud, annoying things in their territory. In sail mode, which is the default travel mode pretty much, vehicles don't make a whole lot of noise. They're much easier to navigate and stuff. Alternatively, you've got burn mode, which requires Argentum canisters, which that's another resource that you guys will have to track for when you do decide to go into burn mode. This gives you bonuses to speed. It does make a lot of noise though, and does make things a bit harder to navigate, but perhaps you can outrun shit if you are just a full blast going. There is, on each ship, there are stations, individual stations, which you guys can discuss amongst yourselves once you get to it. We've got the helm, we've got gunnery, we've got engineering, and we've got the deck. The helm is obviously where the individual who wants to play the role of the pilot is. As you can see, I've got most of the things outlined here. What type of check? So for I did try and make a couple of variants here, so you don't have to like lock into one specific skill to pilot successfully. So for piloting, you can either use Arcana, you can use proficiency with land vehicles if you get that somehow, or you can use sleight of hand proficiency. There's a couple of different actions you can take when combat is involved here. For gunnery, same thing. You can use your perception to make successful gunnery attacks, or Arcana for successful gunnery attacks. And then for engineering, this is maintaining your ship. It's got there's a like how you can heal and clear if you do decide to go into burn mode. You can get rid of the overheated condition from your ship. And for repair, it's obviously you've got tinker's tools, smith's tools, survival, and Arcana that can be used for that. As for the deck, this is basically for like boarding other people's skiffs. You've got athletics, acrobatics for that one, pretty self-explanatory. Here's the few classifications. You've got the skimmer, you've got the runner, and you've got the dreadnought.
Pirate.
Yes, you can pirate. Also, they can pirate you. And I cannot stress this enough. Your skiff is going to be your landline out there in the wastes. It does have modules for specific attachments. You can do like a kitchen in there to give little extra bonuses. You can do an arcane workshop, which will allow you to do enchanting and scroll crafting on the go. We got a med bay for fixing people up, things like that. You've got a couple different weapons here as well. They all have prices associated with them, which these are I need to actually change. These would be in Argentum, not gold for the prices here. Yeah, vehicles. This isn't all of the rooms that are available. I do have a few others as well. Which once we get all into that, we can get all into that. But for now, you guys do have all the documents in the rules and regulations channel there on the Discord for you to check out. Did you all have any questions about that?
NPCs for the crew. How many do we usually need? Is it just, can we man it just by ourselves?
There is here. You at bare minimum, you need one individual to fill all the roles. But specifically the borders here, unless you guys want to go do pirating and stuff, that's kind of like an optional role. You really only need a pilot, someone on weapons, and someone engineering. Those are the only three. So you can technically pilot with just the three of you. But I do have
engineering.
Here for the ship classifications, you can see the amount. This is the maximum amount that can be on that ship. So for a runner, which is your medium-sized ship, you have room enough for a pilot and 7 passengers.
So we will be able to get NPCs.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be all it's a fucking desert wasteland. There's gonna be all kinds of crazy guys that you can recruit if you want.
I wonder how many of them will be comfortable around me.
Well, as I mentioned, each region has its own horror, so some people just get desensitized to it.
Wait, what? Are you like a zombie?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was sort of, you felt insulted.
Sounds sad.
No. I'm sorry. But, so, okay. Yeah. I like the idea of NPCs to manage. But will we be good at managing is the question.
Yeah. Any other questions about this, or nah?
Is that like gonna be relatively soon? That we get into?
Possibly as soon as session 1. Yes.
Okay.
That's when we all die.
So we should definitely study up on those mechanics.
But I feel like falling into the ocean would be the worst thing ever.
Well, isn't it, it's like a ocean made of glass, or just?
No, it's like a desert, but instead of sand, it's glass.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds.
Is it stabby glass?
Yes, that's why you guys have Roberium reinforced soles in your boots.
Well, that's all. Deserts are just glass. You know.
True.
The deserts aren't stabby.
Yeah, this is stabby glass. Yeah, and so yeah, here's just a little vibe check over here of the city of Fracture. Oh,
Oh,
I didn't like that.
We should run away and go to the Alcian Breach.
No way. You already
That's where all
have
the
plans.
fun, fishy things are.
Yeah, you already have plans to go back. That's where your homeland is, isn't it?
No, bring back dark mode. There we go. All right. For whatever reason, I can't exit out of the fucking search bar.
That you will forever be searching.
Well, yeah, here it is. Boop. And that pretty much just about covers everything for session 0, honestly. 2 of you already have an idea on your characters. Abby, you thinking you're leaning towards the Machina?
I am, but as you described, like the world and its horrors, that Monster Hunter class sort of spoke to me too. So
Yeah.
So with the the origins, like the background stories.
The backgrounds?
Yeah. But you're saying that I would need to pick one, like, or come up with a story. That, why? What is the what am I? The word I'm looking here. What's the so hard about me joining the beast, that feral path? What is?
I mean, well, it's nothing like mechanical. It's something that you'll have to work out as your for role play, your character's backstory of how you would have joined the armies of Agiel to learn how to be a hound, because as I mentioned, the Goliaths are very heavily discriminated against in Agiel because the nation that they originate from is constantly invading. Which, I mean, in the other campaign, I've got 2 players that are also from Karnak Kur as well, and that one is actually in Agiel. So,
How did I get there?
yeah, you'll have to figure out how you got there too with your backstory. Especially since you're all, watery.
Twitchy, yeah. Exiled. Ran out of the Ossian Wilderness. How far is the Ossian Wilderness from the wastes?
It's not super far. It is, so, like, as I mentioned, as I mentioned, the Razor Sea is in between Ortha and Agiel, and separating Agiel and the Ossian Reach is freaking oh man, what the heck is it called? The dwarf place. Dundrak. So yeah, Dundrak is the big mountain range that separates the Reach and Agiel. But so there's just you would either have to go through the mountains and through just like the lower half of Agiel and through the Rebellion Wilds, which is its own set of challenges. Or you could have taken a boat that would get to some far-flung port town in that would, because you can get directly from the Reach to the Razor Sea by boat, just across the ocean.
Well, I mean, if there's a normal thing of the wardens throwing their trash out into the into the desert, then that would be a way. By boat.
I could see something like that, yeah.
What would be the equivalent of like the Templars faction in this world?
That would definitely be the monster, one of the Monster Hunter guilds. The Witchbreakers.
Ooh.
Which actually, I guess technically the Witchbreakers are kind of leaning a bit more Grey Warden than Templar.
I don't know much about the Argent Talons. I thought they would sort of be like that. But
well, nah, so the Argent Talons and the Hounds of Daenor as well they're not they don't do like inquisiting. Basically, they're basically just a very strong military to protect their own nation. They don't do any sort of incursions or anything like that.
Gotcha.
For Templars, though, I mean, I get you could do which one of the other players in the other game is specifically for Balara. This is if you wanted to lead into that more like zealot inquisitorial vibe, you would want to be a follower of Balara. There's in Grim Hollow, there's a thing known as there's a priest domain called the Purification Domain, or a cleric domain called the Purification Domain. That is literally fucking holy fire, burn the heretics.
Yeah. Bring hellfire upon them.
So yeah, if that's if you did want that, then that would be a route to go.
That said, we are vagabonds, right? So we're sort of outcasts from civilization, basically.
No, you don't necessarily have to be an outcast from civilization to be a vagabond. Vagabond is literally just a colloquial traveler nation who doesn't, or traveler individual who doesn't really have any strong ties to any one particular nation or anything.
Okay, so they aren't particularly tied to the old faith.
No.
Alright.
Nah, that's just the title. Like you would call an adventurer in usual D&D. They're called vagabonds in this world. Just because I, as dungeon master, like the word vagabond.
I should have known. Hold on, I'm fixing my chair.
I heard it squeak.
It squeaks like a mouse. I don't know why.
Any other questions or anything?
So we really got to keep in mind the whole gold is lesser than silver in this world thing.
Yeah, which I've only done 2 sessions so far, or I guess technically 3 because we did one on Friday. But it's still it's a learning thing, breaking out of habits, you know.
Cool. There's no like ironwood sort of coin because it is sort of like.
No, not really.
Mm.
I mean, technically, argent. The fucking technically silver would be that. Because it's minted so that it's safe to circulate pretty much.
Oh. I was wondering because there was so much use of it, but it sounds like uranium basically, like lyrium, uranium, that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I get the reference.
Which I
Same as
mean,
chocolate coins.
yeah, there's plenty of slightly radioactive metals in the real world too. So.
True. But is it like lead? Who knows? Oh, 1 second, I'm getting that.
Sweet and tasty.
Mm-hmm.
I know one of the characters is going to find out, and it's probably me.
So, what is the difference between picking to, like, if I were to choose the heresy over the orthodoxy? Does that just, like, make me evil?
It doesn't necessarily make you evil.
Or, like, not evil, but
It
like,
just makes you a bit
like-
more. What's the word here?
Contrary.
I wouldn't really necessarily. I mean,
because I've already gone neutral evil or chaotic evil.
I'd say the heresies is more like extremes of worship, pretty much.
Right.
You'll definitely get lots of weird looks and stuff.
Right. Like if I were to pick Valera the Red, it says the heresy is worshipped by berserkers and slaughter cults. So
Yeah.
that would mean that people would know that I sacrificed people. Seeking only the adrenaline of the kill.
It's normal where I'm from.
What would be like, very obvious faction that we run into that we can't really negotiate with in most of the time, besides monsters and stuff.
They could not be negotiated with.
I mean, there's plenty of crazy ass chain gangs. Envision the psychos of Borderlands.
Uh-oh.
I'm ready. It's gonna be rough though, in the desert.
We're gonna need to drink our tea.
If we don't find someone to eat, I'm going to have to eat one of you.
No.
Yeah, cannibalism not frowned upon in the desert. Weird enough.
Or in the
understood as
Ossian
survival.
Reach.
Absolutely, and that's pretty commonplace in the Austrian Reach.
It's not called cannibalism, it's called reclaiming.
Yep.
Or did you go with that horrifying thing? The
A version of it.
type thing.
She's not terrifying. She's wonderful and adorable.
Just so happens to have sharp teeth and wide chompers.
When she wants to.
Grinch looking ass.
She ain't green.
I still think it's really funny that every time that I did a generation on that chain, it would just make her ears a little bit longer.
Yeah.
To the point where I ended up with a fucking elf at the end. I was just like, why are you like this?
It knows the ears are important.
Alrighty. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions at the moment, that will wrap up things for today.
Is this video gonna be in the YouTube VOD?
I'll probably put it on for the first video on the new YouTube.
Heck yeah.
Woo!
You can check out the live stream at
Hi, YouTube.
Twitch TV/Garrick1.
Alright. Time to put on my writing cap.
And obviously, if you need a hand, you can reach out to me, and I can help you fill in gaps and stuff too. I did that with one of my other players in the Friday game. So
Okay. Yeah, because the last thing I want to do is like make a character that I know. So. I want to do that so bad.
all right, then we end things here with the title screen. Look at it; it's beautiful.
Wow. That's gonna be my ship.
Oh, you want to grab one of those?
Yeah.
Pull some designs out of Last Oasis.
Well, thanks for showing up, everybody. All those watching on Twitch as well. We had a new chatter there. Hopefully you stick around to check out the campaign. I will also be uploading things onto YouTube channel. It's in the screen title there, or stream title rather. This fortunately we had another game that we had going on, but I lost access to that YouTube channel because I had to get my computer fixed and it signed out of it, and I don't remember the email for it. So starting fresh. And then we go. There you go. There's the last one for you, Abby, to look at. The bye-bye screen.
Oh,
Riding off into the sunset.
heck yeah.
See you, space cowboy.
Pretty much.
Now you just need Shinzo Abbey in the distance. There's Abby.
You're soaked.